I actually have a Survivor challenge today. Um, so my camera is not gonna be up because I'm kind of packing. Um, I'm going up to Maryland later today to train another shop, and I'm gonna do some recording while I'm gone. So I brought so I had to pack my camera. Um, so I literally have my giant suitcase on my bed, but I wanted to give some tips when it comes to double blood points. Um, we're gonna play some games. I just got a survivor challenge to rescue survivors from the hook with Adam, which of course is gonna be easy as fuck because of Deliverance. But so we want to talk about what to do. Now, just to let you know, my perks and stuff are gonna be a little bit weird. So I have a lot of characters at P1 now. So I have Meg, Claudette, Jake, Nia, Ace, Fengman, Kate, and Jeff. All of them are prestige, so I'm kind of working on getting newer stuff for them. And then looking at killer, well, I have all my killers at 40, 41, 42. So basically, I'm not spending any more blood points on killer until Ghostface releases, and then I'm going to pour the rest of my blood points. So the next few days, until Ghostface actually releases and I get my hands on him, I'm going to be pouring all my blood points into Survivor while I'm working on my next characters to Prestige. And the way I'm determining what characters I'm going to Prestige is by how many offerings I have on them. So I only have 2 pages of offerings on Quentin. You know, I also have 2 pages of offerings on David King and on Dwight. So a character like Lori, who I have 3 pages of offerings on, I'm not really going to play her as much just because she's got more games I would have to play to prestige her. So I want to focus on the rest of my characters, like Quentin and that. So, when you're working on double blood point events, there's something you should focus on. So, look, what you want to do is you want to look at the perks that actually give bonus blood points. So we're going to Dwight here. Now, on Dwight, we're going to live forever at tier 2, which is actually as high as I have it on any character, including David King. And I have Prove Thyself at tier 3. Now, Prove Thyself gives 100% more blood points for cooperative actions, plus you get the bonus blood point for We're Going to Live Forever for each token you have. So these 2 are strong perks to run. Other than that, on Survivor, the only other perk that you have that you can really run with it is No One Left Behind. Do I have that perk on anybody? I don't think I even have that perk on anybody. I might. Hold on, I want to see if I have it. I don't think I do. I do actually, here we go. So, No One Left Behind gives you 50% more blood points for actions in the altruism category after the exit gates are powered. That's not really that strong. It does help, in terms of with the new end games with giving bonus blood points and stuff like that, but it's not really anything essential. Now, on a character here where I don't really have We're Gonna Live Forever and I don't have a very high Prove Thyself, this is a character you want to put a stronger blood point offering on. So, as an example, this is a great thing to put on. What do we have for items? I do have flashbangs. I could maybe use a flashbang here. Yeah. This is strong right here because my goal is going to be getting unhooks. I do have the Primrose Blossom for the bonus blood points for altruism, plus the cooperative actions, and I have a daily ritual that does that. I'm holding off on these 2 until I get them a little bit stronger. Now, on another character, for example, Dwight. Now, Dwight's already going to get a big blood point bonus out of We're Going to Live Forever, and a big blood point bonus out of Prove Thyself. Even though Prove Thyself is an individual category, and We're Going to Live Forever is total. I see a lot of times people trying to stack Bloody Party Streamers. And you notice, I don't have Bloody Party Streamers on any character. Now, there's a reason for that. You don't really want to stack multiple Bloody Party Streamers, especially on top of a double blood point event. Because on the double blood point event, you're getting double blood points. And the party streamer is giving you an extra 100%. So the way the math works out is, this activates last. The blood point activates last. If you run a Bloody Party Streamer, you get 100% more blood points. If a second person runs a Bloody Party streamer, it doesn't matter. You're still getting 100% more blood points. So it basically is doubling it. And then the double blood point event will double that. So, offering big chunkier offerings on top of this aren't really going to work out because of diminishing returns. Now, I have had games with close to 200,000 blood points off a game, but that was with 5 Bloody Party streamers, We're Gonna Live Forever, Prove Thyself, and the double blood point event. Alright, we're gonna jump into that. Ghostface is really strong now. Ghostface on PTB, he went from being absolutely ridiculous, he was horrible, probably one of the worst characters in the game, and now he's pretty strong. So, top tier. They basically made it so that... Another thing, too, is, like, a lot of people that I know, they just do not turn their camera behind them and chase. Not the problem with him. You've got to have your camera on him and chase. The only thing I don't know is, as a survivor, if it gives you a notification if you're exposed or not. I know with Mike, everyone has that notification, but I don't know if on specifically Ghostface, if it has that tell. So if it's just a one-time audio cue where he can apply it individually, I don't think it's really that strong. You know, killers have a lot of things for blood points that they can use. You have Distressing, Beast of Prey, Thrill of the Hunt. Those 3 do bonus blood points in specific categories. And then you have Barbecue and Chili, which is a flat. There's another perk I'm trying to think of, and I just cannot remember what it is for the life of me. What the extra perk is. It's early in the morning. I should go 4-7. It's still before 7 for me. Well, no camera, like I said, just all audio. I've been muted this whole time. I'm gonna be pissed. I've not. Now you see, when you're playing solo, this is when you want to use your chunkier individual ones. When you're playing as a group, you want to use your party streamers, your bound envelopes. Well, not your bound envelopes, your sealed envelopes, sorry. You want to use those when you're in party. But the thing is, if you already have a decent amount of blood points on you, for example, if you're running We're Gonna Live Forever and Prove Thyself, there's really no point to running something like that, because you're already getting a fuck ton of blood points, and those offerings are really better off for games outside of the blood point event at that point. I might have some footage of me playing Quentin later on. If I get my 3 unhooks this game and I switch back to Quentin, then I'll probably have, because I have We're Gonna Live Forever at tier 1. And We're Gonna Live Forever is one of those solid perks because it teaches you how to play the game better. So it's a great beginning perk of having you learn safe hook rescues and taking protection hits for survivors. But at the same time, it's still good at a long-term effect for giving you those blood points, for helping you level up and actually improve. So we have one of the better maps in the game. Disturbed Ward, the Crotus Pen Asylum. This is a good looping map, but the killer can also loop you very well. Gen over. I don't know if I want to go for this gen right away. Going for the gens out in the open at the start. Well, I don't think we really have a choice here. Somebody's already injured. Do that diversion. Prove that no diversion. I don't know what killer we have. Don't know if they're ruined or not. Where we and you can see, I love them. There is a ruin. Spirit. And there's a ruin. How about the ruin? I ain't get the kill line. Oh, what the fuck? DC don't go down. No Rancor. Ruin's gone, so there's no point in cleansing glowing totems now. We're gonna take Haunted Ground out. You want to go back to that gen. We're already down a man. We have somebody injured. Let me get back on that gen. You don't want to lose progress. You want to keep going. If she was over here camping it, that'd be a different story. Nice. That's the killer track one. I think I'll make the save for you in a minute. Let's pop this gen. Yeah. I can get my diversion up. Basement play? Should go off, nice. So then we'll do the gen up here. And oh, really? You had to cleanse the haunted ground. I'm gonna go down there. Thank you. So there goes my deliverance. Because they had to cleanse haunted ground. The Meg just fucking killed us. There's no point in healing this. But now I'm the one that gets to go in the basement. I'm gonna wiggle it. She really wants that fucking basement flag. No. I'm stuck on a wall. I have a vault right here. I don't think I can make it. I can make it. Nice. That's gonna buy me a lot of time. Kind of fucking me over, so. There goes my friend. Go slow. You don't need. Ooh, she's over there. Okay, so Haunted Ground and Ruin are both out, so that means half of Purple's on. She's gonna play around that center building because she wants to get the basement. It's not gonna work. I like playing as Adam solo because my Adam build is works really well for being a team player while also surviving. If they take away my deliverance, it kind of fucks me over, but a game like this where I've gotten pretty lucky. Yeah, I don't know why you're running. There's no real reason to run. Take it slow. Is there a jet in here? No. I don't know why you're running everywhere. I'm gonna go to the second floor. I started that gen. She didn't kick it. She chased me off it. I got toolbox here. Or medicine. I got toolbox. You don't have to run everywhere. That's something I think a lot of people forget. We'll work on this until she picks her up. Alright. Once she picks her up, what we need to do is we need to get a move on. I can take a hit here. Stay behind her. Make her take the hit on me. But now she has to decide who she wants to chase. If she's coming for me or if she's going to tunnel to Claudette. I'm going to heal, so I've got diversion to let me know if she's coming. That's why diversion is such a strong perk like stakeout. They're great because not only do they give you a benefit, but just knowing you're in the killer's terror radius, where you may not be able to hear it yet, especially if you have people in party talking or if the volume on your TV is low. So it's a good, helpful perk for just helping you find where the killer is. There's a gen right here. Let's get this gen done. Now I'm running here because it's very close and I need to move quickly before somebody comes over. I need to get on this gen and get it done. I don't know where the Meg is. Yeah, so now that means she can pretty much be coming after anybody. We need to be very careful. Mostly keeping my eye on the diversion. Might send her this way. That is. I don't know what way. Behind. Okay. So I have 2 gens, one's at 50, one's at 25. If they can get on either gen, don't observe here. I couldn't cut it on the roll. That's okay, I'm close up. Meg finished my gen. This is not the military. And she DC'd, okay. There's no real point in me doing this, but buying me time for my deliverance timer to run out. She's over there. I can heal myself. Lovely. Is she gonna slug her? No, she's actually gonna help her. Oh fuck. Realistically, I can't get out of this. I just made the play to try and buy her the opportunity. She was first up, so. That's 2 unhooks I need for my 3, so I have to play another game of Adam. Okay. The Noed there really bailed her out. Maybe she had Russian roulette. She could have had Devour Hope. Or she just had a third. Oh, she's in the basement. Okay. I don't know where the hatch is. I was trying to get to 1 tap, even if I should probably be crawling for the hatch. I was trying to get to 1 tap, just so that if by some chance they do break away, I'm able to be 1 tap. That's the thing that annoys me, is when people are on the ground, but they're not moving and they're not recovering. There's no point. If you're not crawling, you should be recovering. Try to move around now so she can't get the help on me. Mistake a lot of people make is they hide in one spot. This is a good map for me to hide by just crawling in the tall grass. I'm gonna bleed out before that timer goes down, don't worry. I just don't want her to find me. Stay here for a few seconds. I don't want the crows to find me. Yeah, she's not going to be able to find me. I'm going to bleed out here. I'm not going to move. Out. So the 2 DCs don't help. They really don't. That just killed our timer. 48. See, that's what I'm talking about. 48,000 blood points. I did get my pip up just barely. So what do we have? What she have? She had nurses. She had nurses. Really. Recovery speed. Okay, that's a good, pretty decent build. She got bailed out by her Noah, though. This guy right here did not contribute at all, because he went down at the beginning of the game. But for a 3-man, basically for a 3-man group to do that much was very good. I mean, by the time he DC'd, we basically had a Ruin down, and we had a couple other things. So I got 20,000 blood points on my own, plus I had the bonus on Prove Thyself, and I had the bonus off the Altruism. The Meg had Unbreakable. That's a shame. If I had Unbreakable, I probably would have gotten out. Or at least gotten up. But she would have found me. I'll do one more hook rescue with Adam. head-on in a lot of the blood webs. I don't see it being. The next thing I would do would be to take the butterfly tape, and then I'll go for the streetwise. I'm hoping that blood web will take that away. I can put up another game at him. Stay with the same build. I'll put on a yellow altruism. And another flashbang. The flashbangs are just so helpful because they allow you... They give you a little bit of personal survivability. It's very hard to pull off a flashbang juke. So the way you're going to do it is you're going to drop the flashbang before a killer hits you. If the killer hits you when you do the flashbang, when you get that killer blind notification, then you want to use that burst of speed, run, and as soon as you're done with that burst of speed, you want to crouch and you want to try and walk away. Flashbang jukes are easier with urban evasion than without, because of the urban evasion's crouch speed. If you didn't get hit, then the way you want to go is you just want to like try and crouch and try and get around a corner, just get out of line of sight with the killer, so that when they're done being blinded, that they can't see you. They can't create an opportunity on you. They can't like kill you off of it. We got a game. Yeah, Meg, David. Okay. It's not bad. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, finally drink some coffee. Flashbangs are flashbangs are good for helping you juke the killer in the beginning, but they're also good for if you can time it right to get an unhook. It's rare that I can get flashbang unhooks. I think I've gotten 5. I think I've 5 flashbangs. They're not as easy as a flashlight save, but they're also not as hard at the same time. It's a lot simpler to just, you don't have to aim the flashlight, you can just drop it. But if you miss it, you don't get a second chance. And usually with a flashlight, you can. Hey, buddy. Come on. I'm gonna miss my dog while I'm in Maryland. Hey, buddy. Let's see what we got here. Altruism, boldness, survivor pudding. That's probably the best killer perk you can run, cause a survivor pudding or an escape cake is really strong. A survivor pudding is probably stronger on killer. It's stronger than an escape cake for survivor, because for a survivor, you're better off putting on bloody party streamers to encourage cooperative play. Like, hey, you know, don't fucking get us killed early. I'm one of those people that I can't stand DCers in double blood point events. Because in a double blood point event, you know, even the simple act of just struggling, tapping X and struggling, trying to get as close to 890 as you can, knowing that that's going to be doubled, that you basically dying on the hook is going to give you like a 1500 bonus, which is the equivalent of a late hook rescue. You know, there are things out there. If you die in the basement where you get boldness points, you know, there's another thing if you have a boldness offering on. It's like every little thing you can do. That's why I went back and cleansed that Dole Totem. And I'm dead here. It's Mother's Dwelling. Okay. So long as I get my 1 hook rescue, I will be happy with how this game turns out. I'm the Obsession. It's not Dying Light. That's good. Because that means remember me, Rancor, play with your food, save the best for last. And again, let's get this Dole Totem out. You want to keep track of how many totems you get out in a game. That's critically important. A lot of people really don't understand how important it is to count your Dole Totems. Especially if you're in party, you want to call them out. If you can get all 5 of the totems out before the end of the game, they can't use no edge. Now we have a Ruin. Also, I want to show you real quick how to handle Ruin. That's not how you handle Ruin. You don't gen tap like this. I fucked that up on purpose to show everybody. Walk it away. I thought we were walking towards the killer. Ooh. Somebody's injured. Totem spawn here? Well, this might be around the corner. Hold on. Nope. It is a huntress. On our home map. Oh, she's trying to bring her into the basement. Somebody got in the way. Somebody went down. So that the person on hook's gonna wiggle on her shoulder's gonna wiggle off. Yeah. She's gonna try and pick her up. There you go. Now that's how you make an unsafe hook rescue safe. And she went down as soon as I said that, aren't I, genius? Second one. Decisive. Nice. I didn't even know she had it. That was a smart one. Ooh! Nurses! I couldn't juke that. So now I lost my deliverance. I got my challenge done at least. I got my third hook rescue, so I can stop playing Adam now and go back to Quinn. I have my diversion. The diversion is not like stakeout. You can earn diversion while you're on hook, where stakeout you can't. Which I think is a bit odd. I think if you can get one, you should be able to get the other. We have a ruin, still in play. They do have one gen done. She's healing. She's on a gen. Killer's kind of camping me. Meg's gonna come get me. I don't have decisive though, honey. You're gonna have to block. Yeah, I'm dead here. I'm gonna get Ah, okay, that sure. Yeah, this is tunneling 101. So basically, that's why you want to take that hit from somebody. If she had taken the hit from me there, she could have had the burst of speed to get out. If she does the unsafe hook rescue here, that's fine. That's what I did to her, so. She's getting chased. So she timed that wrong. Where she was crouched right there. She should have just pulled it off. If I died, I died, but at least I tried. We have 2 gens done through ruins, that's good. She's protecting me hard. Hoping because of the double blood point, I'm ending up with maybe 18,000 in blood points. Not including the daily ritual, which will be 35. Okay. David King, even if he farms me right here, that's fine. He bought me a little bit more time. Oh yeah, it's not gonna mash it. I'm fucked. I've just got to keep running. I've just got to keep running because she's a slower killer. I've got to use that to my advantage, knowing that I can just get away from her. If I can just break line of sight, she can't bloodlust me. I'm gonna try and heal him. I didn't run by a gen that I heard people were on, and now one might say that's leading the killer to other people. I didn't directly run by it though. I saw the generator in the jungle gym. I heard people on it, so I stayed out of that jungle gym. I could have used that for a loop and bought myself and the rest of my team some time. But I avoided that. So that's the difference between leading the killer to somebody. If she decides to break off at that point and go for... Alright, now we might be able to make a comeback here. I hear her. I hear a lullaby in the back. This is another thing. You don't want to keep your camera in one direction. I see too many people doing this. Move your fucking camera. This is how you properly handle Ruin. She got pulled off. Fuck me. Really? Wait for it to stop sparking and then get back on. You also want to make sure you don't sprint too close to objects. She's not here, let me hear you. If she's not here, let me hear you, buddy. Oh sure, now I get my deliverance. And she's over there on that gen. Right, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over to that gen that they were working on over there. Actually, no, there's a gen right here. There goes the ruin. That'll make things go a lot faster now. Maybe she has barbecue and chili. Hey, come me on the gen. Hey. Now that the ruin's gone, I can actually get these last two gens done and get the fuck out. Once it comes down to this point right here, especially where I'm dead on hook, my focus now is to get out. I have ruin, so it's not gonna encourage me to. I'm not getting off the gen. I'm gonna stay. 50 on this. If she comes for me, I'll have to run, but I should have a good amount of blood points now, too. Burn the diversion to get away from the gen. I'm trying to buy myself enough time to get this gen done. That's a bad trade right there. He's on second hook, she's dead on hook, and the killer can now tunnel them. Yeah, well, they're fucking around. I need to pop these last gens. There's one. Now we're just gonna run. Now it doesn't matter. I don't have time. I need to get over to my other gen over here. The obsession's still on hook. 2. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, that's a bad trade right there. She's near me. But she's taking her away from me, okay. As soon as I pop this gen, I can go for the B. She'll probably have no edge. Bad situation we're in. Now David King's also dead on hook. I'm dead on hook. Just tier 3 Bloodborne and it might run out. That's a big if. I'm just getting out. Take the money and run. You know, we almost died there real early. I actually got out on Mother's Dwelling, but it is... See, there's only, like, 5 characters I've ever gotten out of Mother's Dwelling with. Adam, Claudette, Tap, Ace, and Meg. So, I'm not surprised that I'm getting out on Adam. Yeah, so after, that was 35,000 blood points for that challenge, so that means I walked out of that game with 43,000 in blood points. If you look, I didn't have enough to rank up. The only reason I got the Unbroken was because of the, because I escaped. That's the only reason I got gold Unbroken. If I had died there, I would have been on silver. The Lightbringer, that's because we got the gens done, and we got a gate open. Benevolence, because I didn't get that safe rescue on the Meg at the beginning of the game, that hurt. Because it wasn't a safe hook rescue. I did make that up with the save and the heal, but it just wasn't enough. And the Evader, I only had one chase with her and I lost it. So, get a nice level up. Looking right here. She have no edge, she have Barbecue, Whispers, Ruin, Nurses. So fairly standard, she just had the Whispers instead of the no edge, but this is what most killers have been run anyways. Everyone else got out, except for that one person. Now see, here's the thing. So I was dead on Hook early in the game, but I still managed to get out, and with a good chunk of blood points, because of how I was playing. Focusing on going from objective to altruism, and then flipping back once I got out. The Meg just bought time, which was nice. Really? Oh, that's the killer leaving the thing. But the David King and the Meg, the David King and the other Meg, they kind of fucked each other over because you had David King, who was, they were just trying to trade, and the problem was they were trading in a situation where they shouldn't have been doing it. If you just, like, constantly trade back and forth, you're just giving the killer 2 slower kills rather than 1 quick kill. And 1 quick kill is sometimes better than 2 slower kills. I do not know why I switched. So I definitely have enough to get Ace up to 15. Let's see what I get here. Yeah. So it'll take that off my hands. Level 13. I have Adrenaline now, that's good. Force it to take the highest price thing, unless you want it. I've got to take open-handed. I don't want that green key. I'll tell you that right now. I do not want that green key. I'm gonna take that. I'll take this. Alright, so he's at 15 now. Level 15, but head on to and leader. So what can I put on now as my other option? I do have a couple options. I can put on Adrenaline. We got Adrenaline, Urban Evasion. I do have Prove Thyself. So this build, I can mess with this build a lot, actually. This is not, it's not a great selection of perks, but I can mess with it. We'll try and get some blood points in the thing, man. I only have 18, but Sprint Burst or Windows of Opportunity. So now I'm gonna take the Sprint Burst here. I don't know even why I'm taking the Sprint Burst, because I like that perk better than Windows of Opportunity, because I just simply won't run Windows of Opportunity. So, well, thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Try and have some more content either later today or while I'm in Maryland.